Welcome back to the Smugsy Show. I'm Smugsy, your host, identifying as the Barstool Cougar. My pronouns are first and third person. It's Wednesday. Wednesdays are for cougars. Prince Spaghetti was canceled, apparently. He went low, so we get high, and this week's Cougar of the Week, I'm pleased to announce, is the lovely Eva Longoria. She was the MC at the Democratic National Convention on Monday night, did a fabulous job, and in addition is a actress, author, social entrepreneur, philanthropist, mother, and she's a young and restless cougar, married first to soap opera star and dumped him, and then married an NBA basketball champ, dumped him, and now is married to the owner of the biggest media business in Latin America. And Eva Longoria is paid handsomely to act like a desperate housewife. So she's figured it out. Eva Longoria, Cougar of the Week. Good news. Good news, too, for Jason Wright. He is the 38-year-old who was hired to be president of the NFL franchise, the Washington football team. It's a big job, but he's got the tools. He was a partner at McKinsey & Company, a prestigious consulting firm. Got his MBA at the University of Chicago, played NFL football for 7 years, studied psychology at Northwestern, played football there. He's got the tools, and he's black, the first black NFL president in a sport, business that 70% of the players are black. So he's black, and that's good because anyone who studies business knows that a diverse executive-level decision-making team produces more revenue and more money, and that's good. He's black and the first black president of an NFL franchise, and has to win the culture war, so that's going to be tough. It's a challenge, and the Cougars are with you on that. Jason Wright, we know where you're coming from a little bit. I mean, there have been two Cougars president of NFL teams, but we've never had a Cougar as president of the United States. And basically it's the same systemic ism that causes the problem. And what I mean by that is just this system that perpetuates white guys in top positions, regardless of how offensive or dim-witted or just outright dumb that they seem to be. And then what happens is that these guys, it goes to their head, and they think that they have their positions because of their qualifications. Like the NFL presidents, 99% of them who are white, think that has nothing to do with race. So Cougars get the challenge. Cougars know what it's like. I mean, Cougars who supported the most qualified candidate in the race for the United States presidency obviously got screwed. Unless, do you think Donald Trump is the most qualified person for the job? I don't think so. But he got elected because of white guys, the Bernie Bros. They lost the primary fair and square, but then, because they're misogynist women haters, bully babies, 20% of them didn't vote for her, voted for Trump or voted for third party, and so she lost. And then these same guys had the balls to kind of lash back at not only Clinton for losing because they didn't vote for her, but at the Cougars who supported her. They basically said it was our privilege and our work and our votes for Clinton that caused her to lose, as opposed to their voting for Trump and sitting out the election. It's just so it's Jason Wright. You have all the tools. You'll make an excellent NFL president, and the Cougars wish you the best of luck. Unfortunately, Jason Wright, you're not eligible to be a Cougar. That's a little bit of bad news. Is that last week's poll question, as you recall, asked fans, must a Cougar identify as a woman? And 60%, overwhelming majority, said yes. 33% said no, 7% said maybe. But, I mean, it's a mandate. A Cougar, in order to be eligible to be, a Cougar, you have to identify as a woman. But let me just say, at least me, identifying as the Barstool Cougar, I would say, identify as a woman can be really broadly interpreted and really can mean whatever you want it to mean. But if you happen, if you're a stoolie and you've got a couple of Y chromosomes kicking around, but you want to be a Cougar, you want to get involved in the program, I think one way to do it is you create an avatar and you just give it the best Cougar name you can possibly give it, and then just channel your inner Cougar into your Cougar avatar. You just express your inner Cougar that way. So get involved. Being a Cougar is really one of the best moves I've made. Also good news this week, speaking of me and being a Cougar, I just want to give a shout out to my Muslim sisters. I never quite understood how some of you could like the headscarves that are associated with your faith. I could get that you'd want to do it if you were faithful and wanted to follow whatever the rules are. I follow the rules. But what I didn't get was that some of you like it. But now, thanks to COVID and me wearing a mask, I sort of understand a little bit. When I wear a nice scarf as my mask, I get a sense of privacy that I'd never thought would be associated with wearing something over my face. So that's, I think, good news. I think I learned something wearing a mask, and that's good. Okay, let's see. The last week's poll question we covered. What does it mean to identify as a woman? Anything you want it to mean. Okay, so this week's poll question has to do with people, has to do with we the people. There's a lot of talk, we the people and presidents. So a lot of talk about we the people. This week we heard the Democrats, they're using that as a rallying cry. We the people, right? Fighting for the soul of our nation. Tea Partiers used it, we the people, when they were, going after Obama and started their whole gig in 2008. And then this week, Stooley's heard El Presidente talk about we the people. He basically has COVID, and he was trading for the people. And so I guess that just in my mind begs the question: Are Cougars people too? Are Cougars people too, El Presidente? It's a fair question. It's a good question, and it's a question that I want you, as fans of the Smugsy Show, to answer. So please do follow me on Twitter at SmugsyGirl. There'll be a poll question on Twitter, or leave a comment on the YouTube show, which I hope you'll subscribe to. I'm Smugsy, Barstool Cougar, providing good news and other stuff. And until next time, this is Smugsy signing off.